favorite mite is the Demodex follicularis. 98% of the human population has them living in their eyebrows. They're so small that 25 of them can live inside of one hair follicle. If these things get into your skin, get under your skin, get into your bloodstream, they're there. And then all you can do is try to get rid of them.
Oh, here, let's let Dr. Daybrightener explain what could happen.
It's actually a medical emergency if you have this situation where it twists and it kind of turns blue. It's called a torsion, and it's really dangerous. And if that happens, it has to be addressed immediately and usually sometimes surgically. I'm on my way to try to help a very brave woman who is blinded because the medical system made some terrible mistakes. As a doctor, I want to help Sophia regain her eyesight. So we're going into the Garcia's house, which I'm very excited about because it sounds like a wonderful family. We all hope that medicine has all the answers. Unfortunately, it's just not always true. There are times when medicine just doesn't know, doctors don't know, and whether it's the limitation of the individual doctor or of medicine in general, it's always a different scenario. The one thing I did know for sure is 14 years ago, somebody messed up, and Sophia has paid the price for it. I'll be going through a lot of documentation, and if I can kind of put together a little more of a story for you, I will. So if I can help you all to be able to get through this period and get on to the next phase of your life, I'd love to do that. Okay. With a huge box of medical records in my arms, I checked into a motel and started searching for an answer to what really happened that left her blind. If I had seen a person with any of these vital signs, I'd be doing something about it right then and there. From the medical standpoint, I mean, why should she trust anybody else? What had been done was more than bad medicine. It was a betrayal of trust, a betrayal of oath. For Sofia Garcia, a mother of 4, it seems like a nightmare in replay. 14 years ago, she was unintentionally blinded, and now we too may have made a terrible mistake.
I think the clear tape on her eye, on that patch, because she's allergic to that.
I rushed downstairs as fast as I could, hoping that my fears were wrong, that she wasn't already having an allergic reaction. But there she was, with her eyes shut, with the dangerous adhesive, the same adhesive that could trigger an allergic reaction, that could kill all the skin around her eye. The eye we're hoping to give sight back to.
So very thankfully, Dr. Miller noted the allergy, removed the tape.
Good, you've done real well.
Good.
It worked. The procedure worked. This eye, through which she could only see light in the past, now she can see letters across a room.
That's just such a great family. And they've been through so much. Thanks. It's getting me all choked up.
I was so excited to go see the Garcia family again, and they invited me to the picnic. They're such a great family, and I knew they were going to put on a good picnic. I want to see what your eye looks like after the procedure. Do you mind taking off your glasses real quick? Wow, it looks terrific. That's what I live for, being able to go through an entire process with an entire family.
Having Dr. Miller here was just really a blessing.
I think this has proven to her that there will be positive outcomes. Some families and some patients will let you into their life and let you into their experience. Sophia and her family were completely open to have me join in with their experience. And you can't sit in an office and feel that change inside of yourself and that change that you know they're going through as well. I'm happy it's come out this way. And the next one is going to be from your scrotal area.
Are you serious?
Indeed we are.
Just go ahead and pull them down. Okay, ready? Bacteria and viruses and fungal elements like to live in a warm and wet area. I'm Dr. Katrina Miller, and usually a toilet seat doesn't really stay wet or warm very long. So it's an inhospitable environment for those kinds of things, bacteria, viruses, and so basically they can't live there.
Live from ABC7.
Dr. Katrina Miller says, while we already know it's better to be apple versus pear-shaped, this study explains more.
What we're finding is it's not just the distribution that causes that to be the case, but the activity of the fat cells actually may be different. Depression is when it really sticks with you and you can't make it any better on your own.
Family medicine expert Dr. Katrina Miller says true depression requires seeing a professional.
That laughter actually can increase dopamine in your system that is a neurotransmitter that's helping you feel better.
Mood lifter number 2.
Greetings, good listener. You have landed on good medicine with Dr. Katrina Miller on isgoodradio.com.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Dr. Katrina Miller, family physician and host of the show, bringing you medical news, independent music, and answers to your calls and questions. The phones are open. Let's hear from you.
Hi, this is Jennifer. I never do this, but I had sex with a guy without a condom last weekend, and I'm kind of nervous about what I could have gotten. Are there home STD tests?
No, not yet, but it is crucial for you to protect yourself. No matter what somebody tells you or what they want you to believe, you wear a condom or don't do it. You always have to take steps to protect you. No one else will.
I know, it was dumb. I had too much to drink. Ugh.
Listen, the next step for you is to go see your healthcare provider and get tested. There are no home tests that I know of out on the market, although that is a great idea.
Wait a minute, Dr. K. There are no home tests? Why is that? I mean, there are hundreds of home pregnancy tests. Why none for STDs?
Well, urine STD tests are fairly recent, and probably sometime soon they'll be available for home use, but for now, they have to be collected a certain way, brought to a lab with specific equipment, and not really something you could do at home like a pregnancy test. Hey, Seltz, check this one out.
Okay.
This is from my favorite medical information source. Here's the headline. Commotio cordis survival odds increasing.
Commotio cordis, which is?
A Minneapolis registry has collected information on 224 U.S. cases. These are children who collapsed after being hit in the chest by ill-timed baseballs or hockey pucks.
Ouch.
And they had survival odds that were less than 1 in 4 last decade. But
Wow.
according to new data in the New England Journal of Medicine, between 2006 and 2009, more children survived the cardiac episodes than died from them. I didn't even know this thing existed. I've never even heard of this before.
Yeah, me either. I have gotten hit in the chest with baseballs, though.
Yeah, so, after I had a show last week, I blacked out. I'm not really sure why. I mean, it's like the first time anything's ever happened to me, you know. I've been drinking and smoking for a long time.
What did you have that night?
I had like 3 or 4 beers. I was smoking, well, not necessarily cigarettes, but, you know, and I had some shots. I was a little concerned.
Well, that sounds like a lot of partying to me. And you know, when you black out, that's a pretty concerning situation. It shows you how much your body couldn't handle what you were doing.
Yeah.
A blackout is like a shutdown, your body protecting you against yourself. These are warning signs that you've got to pay attention to. What might have been okay for you in the past may not be working so well for you anymore. So my advice to you is to try and have a good time without all that stuff, at least less of it. We're in studio with Brad Cooper, video director, musician, and all-around multimedia journeyman. Tell me, Brad, of your creative pursuits, which one's your favorite?
Well, Doc, I'd have to say it's the music videos. They're abstract, you get some narrative stuff in there, and you can really experiment with it every time. So they're pretty great.
All right. And what's your next endeavor that we should know about?
One of the next projects I'm working on is the Daniels Project. It's with Eric McFadden of the Eric McFadden Trio and John Behrens, who's a DP up in San Francisco. It's a biography story that's fictional, and George Clinton's in there, and Lily Hayden, the violinist, and I'm going to be editing it and shooting parts for it.
Sounds great. But we'll look forward to that. Okay, Seltz, here's another juicy nugget.
Lay it on me.
Consumer Product Safety Commission to issue general warning about baby slings.
Wait a minute. What do you mean baby slings?
I think they're those things that you hold your baby in that look kind of like a backpack or a front pack.
Oh, I gotcha. Like a hippie rope.
Exactly.
Like a hippie swing.
Exactly. But not the ones with the metal, like one of those frame packs. I think this is one of those that kind of just looks like a big bandana that's holding the kid in place and almost looks like they're cutting off their circulation.
That's what I said. A hippie rope.
It is.
So what about them?
The U.S. government is preparing a safety warning about baby slings and their potential suffocation risk.
So the hippies are getting rip-roaring baked. They're putting on their hippie robe. They're forgetting that the baby is dangling from the other end, and they're choking their baby with their own sling?
Basically, but the funny part about this to me is that they're going to release a warning about it and not recall them. Now, don't you think if something was actually suffocating babies, it should maybe be pulled from the market?
I would think that's generally a pretty good idea.
But it sounds like instead they're putting a little tag on them that says, oh, by the way, you could kill your baby by putting this on you.
Thank you, Better Business Bureau. That's all I gotta tell you.
Yeah, right? Thanks very much. You've been listening to Good Medicine, coming to you every Monday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on isgoodradio.com. I'm Dr. Katrina Miller. Be good to yourselves.